Well, Prince Harry has again taken aim at the royal family in his new Netflix documentary, Heart of Invictus. It's a 5-episode series that focuses on the journey of injured war veterans, but it's comments the Prince has made about his family that is set to reopen old wounds.
Yeah, Harry says the lack of support he received following the death of his mother left him with PTSD, while his family's absence after he returned from Afghanistan left him curled up in the fetal position.
My name's Harry.
Dropping on Netflix overnight, Prince Harry's new series is called Heart of Invictus. It tells the story of the international multi-sport event for injured Defence Force veterans.
The Games doesn't focus on what causes the injury, but really about the recovery and how to be part of a community again.
With Harry opening up on his own battle with post-traumatic stress disorder.
The trigger to me was actually returning from Afghanistan.
That's when he says the hidden trauma of Princess Diana's death really unravelled.
Losing my mum at such a young age. The trauma that I had, I was never really aware of.
He says he never discussed it, partly because no one in the royal family offered support.
The biggest struggle for me was the people that no one around me really could help. I didn't have that support structure, that network, or that expert advice.
It saw Harry hit the lowest of lows.
The first time you really consider therapy is when you're lying on the floor in the fetal position, probably wishing that you dealt with some of this stuff previously.
Something Harry vows to change for the military veterans who compete in his games.
For more, we're joined by Daily Mirror Royal Editor Russell Myers. Good morning to you, Russell. Just read into this a little bit for us. Is this taking aim at the royal family for choosing not to help him, or just not having the capacity to help him at the time?
Well, I suppose we could have a bit of both, couldn't we, Shobo? Because it's good morning to both of you first. But listen, I watched all 5 hours of this Heart of Invictus series this afternoon, and when you look at it on the face of it, this is exactly what Harry should be doing. I mean, less of the mudslinging, the sort of the infighting and the scandal that we've had over the last couple of years. This is something that I think everybody can get behind. But of course, you know, Harry being Harry, he's going to trudge up his feelings about his trauma and about his relationships with his family, because at the end of the day, that is what is going to make headlines, regardless of how many times we've heard him speak about it over the past. I think it's something that we all tap into, and that's just Harry being Harry at the end of the day, I think.
Yeah, or is it that he was asked about this and he's given a genuine answer? It doesn't feel like it's as attacking of those around him. Or maybe it was just sort of, you know, it was a few years ago and maybe people weren't responding as much as they do today about mental health.
Well, you know what? I think that Harry is pretty cute these days, and he knows exactly what's going to sell. He knows he's on a sort of a PR machine to try and get the Invictus Games, everybody interested in it. Of course, the latest instalment is coming up in Dusseldorf in just a few weeks. This is part of his big Netflix series. Let's not forget he's being paid $100 million alongside Meghan Markle in their production company, Archwell, for this type of content. And of course, we've been waiting for this for the last year and a half, I think, waiting to see what they would produce. And it's a pretty decent series. You know, it's got lots of emotion. The score is really good. And Harry knows exactly what's going to sell. And by being asked those questions, he's going to be honest. And I think that is something that we've come to expect of him. And listen, he's not trashing the family in this instance. He's being honest. He's saying they weren't there to help him. And I think by being honest, he is going to help some more people talking about mental health issues.
OK, well, Russell, there was speculation that he was going to meet with his father and hopefully, you know, bury the hatchet. Can that happen?
Well, listen, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, he's over in the UK next week. He's going to be at the Well Child Awards, which is an awards ceremony. He's patron of this charity for kids that have suffered life-limiting illnesses. He's been doing that for many years now. But it's a very, very quick trip. I mean, less than 48 hours in the capital in London before he goes over to Germany. I mean, the King is staying up in Balmoral in Scotland to have some quiet reflection about about this first year anniversary of the Queen's passing. William is going to be in Wales with Kate. So whether they were going to be on WhatsApp to each other trying to arrange a meet-up, I'm not so sure, but it certainly won't happen this time around.
Right, maybe later, one day. Thank you, Russell.